Greetings and salutations, everyone. This is Ticket Space Gaming, and we're going to take a quick look at what has gone on with the Milwaukee Brewers and its save since I last left it on June 1st. As you can see, we are now on July 23rd. As you can see, we are let's get a quick, better look at this here. Team home screen would be a good one, I think. Yep, we are now 52 and 50, which would put us in second place. As you can see, we're a game ahead of the Reds, but we're still 6.5 out from the Cubs. Even though we won 2 in a row against the leading team in the Central, we're still a bit behind on the wild card spot. We are 5.5 out of the Padres, which are actually looking like a 58 and 45 at the moment. Definitely a good thing here. Jacob Junis, we were not made the All-Star team, along with William Contreras and Willie Adames. One thing we did do was we made a decision to extend William Adames until 2023. Thankfully, he's only 28. So that would probably put us right around 2029 when we get our first line here. That would be under player deciding whether to opt in or out, depending on how things go. If he does as well as he has been doing this year, then he might decide, hey, I want to get more money and maybe have a better chance of winning someplace else. And of course, 32 and 33 are one-year player options. If they opt out, then that's not going to matter. You may also notice that we have went ahead and signed, we traded for Pete Alonso. This guy, as it turned out, our pitching was solid, but our offense needed a jolt. And who better than the guy that hit so many home runs for the New York Mets? Now, don't get me wrong, hasn't been doing fantastic. I mean, that's why the Mets had him on a trading block. But since joining our team, he has averaged .326 with 7 homers and 12 RBIs. Certainly a sign that maybe he just needed a change of scenery to kind of shake things out. But it has kind of left me in a rough spot as far as trying to find playing time for our other first baseman. We actually have 3 now. Brock Wilken, who is, I think he's under a minor league deal at the moment. Like maybe, rookie minimum, $740,000. But as you can see, he looks like somebody that has real potential to do good things for that roster. So how are we going to clear things up? I think what's going to end up happening is Alonso's just going to be a one-year rental to help us get into playoffs and hopefully carry us beyond. But after that, he'll probably be gone. And we'll stick with the Hoskins and Wilgen from after starting in 2025. Who else do we got to deal with here? Wade Maui, $12 million. Obviously, that's going to be a name we probably want to get rid of. He was struggling. He ended up getting a bout of forearm stiffness, which is going to take him out for 5 days. But he's averaging, was at one point like an 8 ERA, but he has calmed all the way down to 3.96. While not exactly striking a lot of people out, he's at least holding firm now. But Jacob Junis, 1-year deal, I mean, 140 strikeouts, 23 walks, a 7-6 record, a 3.15 ERA. And yeah, he actually got himself an all-star berth out of that. Of course, he does have a tendency to talk all the time, and that's not going to help him do very much. But I suppose it'll be okay at the end. He might be somebody I look at perhaps trading. I definitely want to trade Maui. Would like to trade Junis. Maybe I can get some good players off of that. And then we also got Joe Ross, who is averaging a 2.86 ERA with 52 strikeouts, 20 walks. He has a save, 2 wins and 1 loss. Honestly, at this stage, it's more about maybe finding room for a lot of our players. And boy, howdy, do we have some pretty decent players here. Let me move over here. That way, this might give you a better look. There we go. Basically, on the injury list, Woodruff obviously has 5 days left with this. We went ahead and put him on a 15-day thing for the DL. So that probably means he'll be stuck on a roster through the end of the season. Woodruff's got 5 weeks left before he gets to join up. And Bryce Terang has a whopping 2 days left. Taking a look, let's go here to potential. Obviously, we have Jefferson Cairo, 59 catcher right now, on the verge of going to 60. He is probably going to be... We need to find a spot for him starting next year. I don't think we can fit him in, really. Take a quick look at him. Yeah, he's just a catcher. That's not going to help matters too much. I mean, at least Eric Haas has left and right field potential, but obviously he's strictly a bench warmer, more or less. Then you got Abner Uribe, 4.38 ERA, 4-1 record right now, 62 strikeouts, 16 walks, and he is in fact the closer. So that's going to be something we got to look at as well. Then we got Sal Frelick, another player that has potential to do things. Of course, he's going to be... Of course, we got Joey Weimer in that spot now, and hopefully Frelick can hit a little bit better. I don't know. Oh, yeah, I should mention we did pick up one more player already, and we traded him for a left fielder because that thing was already kind of crowded even before we ended up grabbing Christian Yelich back from injury. And that would be, we picked up Eric Swanson. He played, obviously, he did pretty good as the full-time closer for Toronto. But for us... It's more like right now he is our setup guy. Not exactly the greatest start so far, but I think it's going to be one of those give it time things, he'll be okay. Kind of putting himself on the outs, though, is Devin Williams. I think he might well be on the trading block, in all honesty. Not going to lie. I mean, a 6 ERA is not really acceptable to me. Oh. Uh-oh. I see a situation here. And I think I may have solved it. Yeah, we're going to put Joe Ross in as our fifth fifth starter, at least for now, because of the injury to Mr. Wade Miley. And considering his stamina is at 60, it's not the greatest thing in the world, but at least it's going to provide a little bit of breathing room, at least for now. I guess that as the lineup goes right now, I mean, let's take a quick look at this again. The team roster. As you can see, Willie Adames had like a 7-game... had himself a streak where he played like 7 games in a row and hit extra bases, I believe. Okay. At least I think that was him. Anyway, he's obviously leading the lineup for us, power-wise, 21 homers, 60 ribbies. Pete Alonso stepping right up with 19 and 55. A lot of that was with the Mets, but as you can see, Jackson Chourio is doing pretty decently. Rhys Hoskins not really getting it done with a designated hitter spot. He's got some power, but that batting average is woo boy. And Joey Weaver isn't much better, even though he's getting like 14 homers himself. They really need to take some notes from William Contreras and Christian Arroyo, who are both hitting decently and still have a little bit of pop in them as well. All right. One thing I really want to take a look at here real fast is going to be the transactions. And this I think has got to be pretty wild. And I mean wild. Let's take a look at the trading block. I mean, look at that first name. Juan Soto is apparently going to be up for grabs for the right team. If they can sign an extension with this guy, that is going to be insane. Obviously, it looks like here he hasn't hit as well as he did in San Diego. Only hitting .235, but with 19 homers and 55 ribbies, he will definitely give you some pop in that left field. If you don't mind necessarily kind of weak sauce defense. But the good news is, hey, you got that lab out there, the player developmental lab. You can actually do things with that and turn him into a plus defender. And hey, if you pull that off, more power to you. As you can see, we also got JT Realmuto, Josh Bell, Kyle Schwarber, Christian Walker. I mean, Brandon Boat, Anthony Santander, Gleyber Torres, Ryan O'Hearn. A lot of names on here. A lot of names. Let's take a look at the positional strength overview. Want to check that real quick before we start talking about the draft. We are third best in on the team. In organizational, we're in 6th, so that's pretty solid. First baseman, we are 18th. 23rd overall, 30th in the organization, so we obviously got room to grow here. But, there was also a draft. We'll get into that in a hot second, and that's going to be something we can talk about as well. We got Bryce Terang, Eric Brown Jr. Both of these middle of the road, and yeah, overall it's more of the same. Third baseman, Joey Ortiz is only 21st. Luke Adams is 11th. I mean, the organization itself is 11th. The one in the majors is 21st. Obviously, we're going to be 21st for the whole thing. Not entirely sure why, but here you go. Shortstop. Adamus is number 2, tied with Texas and Corey Seager. Definitely a good reason why we put so much time and effort into working out that extension for him. Daniel Giarte, of course, is the shortstop for single A ball. Looks like 2743. As it turns out, we're pretty good on shortstop, so that's why we're ranked 2nd overall and 3rd for the organization. Left fielders. Tower Black is only 19th. And he's also the guy that's 20th in the 19th organization, tied for 18th. So, yeah, they're 20th. Not great. Could be better. Jackson Chourio is 14th in the majors. Louis Lara leads a cast of others that is basically tied for 9th and 14th overall for overall ranking. Milwaukee's kind of bad in the right field. Joey Weaver is 21st overall. Organization led by Yofri Rodriguez is 24th, and that's where the overall ranking is. Starting pitchers is next. And Brandon Woodruff is supposedly leading the way here. He is definitely a top-of-the-line pitcher, but he's currently, right now, on the injured list for quite a while. He would be the 16th best pitcher, all things considered. Jacob Misiorowski, I probably botched the name, 9th. In the 9th best organization there, and 13th overall. Finally, relievers. We got Devin Williams, 17th. Even though he's really not having a good year here. I've had to move him around. I think I might have had him closing at one point. Now I got him at middle relief. Can't seem to really get him going here. Shane Smith leads the way for the organization, which is 1st and 17th overall. Last but not least, we got closers. And that would be Trevor Miguel. Honestly, not too bad. 41 strikeouts, 10 walks, 9 saves, 3 wins. 2.25 ERA, can't complain there. Middle of the pack, 16th. Yerlin Rodriguez leads the way over in A plus over in the Milwaukee organization, which makes it tied for 24th and 16th overall. Okay. Did I say draft earlier? I sure as heck did. I just look at the draft history for Give me one more second on this one. All right, give me 1 second here. Here we go. All right. Took me a few minutes, but we finally got it here. Our first round draft pick was Braylon Doty. Obviously, he's a starting pitcher. Starting out with 20, but he can go all the way up to 66. Quick look at him. Looks like stamina rise. He's pretty solid right now. He's got 3 pitches, but will appear to be positive once everything is said and done. Here we go. All right, took us a bit here. And in the supplement, we picked up Theo Gillen, a 58 potential shortstop. I think we got a lot of young people from 18, a lot of high schoolers in this one, so it's a big reach, big reward, I guess, sort of thing, what we're aiming for here. I don't know, I kind of let them pick whoever they want, and I was like, okay, sure. Mainly because I want the scouting people to continue liking me and help me out when it comes time to actually drafting and looking at the other things like international free agency, that sort of thing. Namala was our second round pick, 2055, as you can see. Gives us a third baseman that we could use for later. Third round. We end up with Austin Irby, another third baseman. I think the thing that really kind of strikes me here with a lot of these picks is it's not like we really needed a ton of them. We just needed to get better. Mason Brassfield, 36. A right fielder. Not exactly crazy about that selection, but make of that what you will. Then we got Karsten Swim, a 54 potential starting pitcher. Again, a lot of high scores. This guy looks like he's going to have 4 good pitches, all things considered. Very competitive. If he can solve those control issues, then he's definitely going to be a steal. Then we got Conrad Kaysen, 48 potential shortstop. I'm not going to dive into all these. Maybe the top half. Then we got Jackson Barbary, a 46 potential starter. Looks like he's got two plus pitches and maybe one that's not is just average. He's a bit of a fly ball guy, but apparently leads by example on the field. That's certainly something to be good with here. And potentially could be back in the bullpen or maybe lead, maybe like a long relief or something. We got Matthew Champion, 49 potential here. Looks like he's got 3 plus pitches. Stamina could be a little better, but it's solid. Another person that could be sort of at the end of the rotation when all is said and done. And you know what? Although I know it's 20 rounds, we'll draw the line here. Another 49 potential in Peyton Green. He is a shortstop. Got some speed to him. Maybe once everything develops, I think I could see contact could be something we work on. But gap power, he's got some power to him. Batting eye is okay. Gap power is okay. Once all is said and done. Like I said, I feel like a lot of the draft we end up going with for this guy is going to be, I think we aim more towards maybe hoping to hit some lottery picks as much as anything. All right, looks like he might be potentially a decent shortstop. Let's take a quick look here. I have a second rounder and a fifth rounder right now. Who have yet to sign. Everyone else has already signed and has joined our team, so that's definitely a good thing. I think looking at that team schedule, let's take a look at that real quick. Heading into the we got one more game against the Cubs. We won 2 straight with them. And then we got 3 games with Miami. And then 3 games with the Braves. Obviously, could go 3-3 here. Hopefully we get a W here. So that would put us in some potential here. Then we got Washington next and on and down the line. Another team that's not doing well. And if we could just keep taking care of business against the NOC Central while trying to survive some of these tougher teams like the Dodgers, the Braves. For some reason, we got the Cleveland Guardians coming up as well as Oakland A's. And for some reason, the San Francisco Giants are winning right now. Not exactly sure how, but more power to them, I guess. Snell and Webb are definitely a good 1-2 rotation there. So we definitely got a lot that's going on right now with this roster. Hopefully, all right, let's take a quick look at that the stats I was talking about earlier. As you can see, offensively, we're kind of weak. I mean, I think WAR is maybe the one area we're kind of in 7th out of 15 teams. And in base running, we're actually +1 there. Those are good things, but most of them, like batting average, On base percentage, on base and slugging. We're kind of in the lower part of the region here. Take a look at team pitching, on it and defense. ERA solid 3.73. The bullpen is second right now. The starters could be a bit better. Where's about average in the National League? Really hurting us right now is actually that's not so bad. We got 1,000 strikeouts. Zone rating of 24.8, which is both second. We're not doing so well, however, in home runs allowed. That's going to be something we got to work on, and obviously, maybe that'll improve as well. I'm kind of hoping that maybe grabbing the free agent the moves I've made as far as the front office is gone. Kind of hoping that the moves we made to pick up Eric Swanson as a closer, as a relief, as a setup person, picking up Pete Alonso as a free agent to kind of perk up our offensive roster, and I think that's it pretty much. I think we got it all covered now. Hopefully, we can turn everything and get ourselves in the playoffs. And once you're in the playoffs, you have a chance to maybe shock the world. I don't know if we're going to reach the World Series, but I think making the playoffs would be a reasonable goal for this year. And we'll just go from there. We got our work cut out. The good news is I think we've probably done more with our roster than what the Brewers actually did when they were leading and flat out dominating the roster and dominating the Central in real life last year. So hey, thanks for watching this long this recap stream. Be sure to subscribe, spread the word, and leave a thumbs up and a comment in the section below if you think that we need to be pursuing maybe another free agent heading into the stretch run. And the arcade is now closed.